So, how many do you have Alexa or Google Home at home? Both? Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard, but when I said Alexa, it lights up. This is worse. I'm gonna turn off the mic. So I'm gonna ask again. So who has Alexa only? Few. How many has Google Home? Okay. And how many has both? 1%. I'm with you. What do you think of one?
Google Home's AI is better. Alexa's responsiveness.
Perfect. I don't need the demo anymore. That's what you're looking for. So in general, what I wanted to leave you with today is a general idea of what Alexa and Google Home can do. And the next, if I have time, I wanted to give you with a thought how you can think about building an app or a voice skill, what kind of ideas you should really validate on this kind of platform. So that's where really the meat is. There is lots and lots of use cases out there, but what I want to leave you with is a methodology that you can think and go and validate your ideas right there and after. So, oh, I have the clicker. So a little bit about ourselves. We are a bunch of developers who likes to tinker around with cool technology. We work with blockchain, we work with voice. Through lack of creativity, we just came up with the VoiceX Labs and BlockX Labs as two different brands. And I'm here to present VoiceX Labs today. One of our first client was TVO. We recently got published for TVO's work on The Agenda by Steve Pickens. One of their highlight podcasts, we took it and put it on Alexa. Simply 2 weeks worth of work, but it was a fantastic to work with the team and got picked up by Market Insider, Mobile Syrup, Season, Bar Chart, and all the other major media outlets. So it was a lot of fun. Here are a bunch of players out there. If you're looking at voice, so Google Home and Alexa are two major ones, but there is something else called Cortana, which is by Microsoft. There is HomePod coming by Apple. Anyone is looking to pre-order HomePod, by the way? 1, 2, come on, $350, really? Wow. So Alexa and Google Home are $180 roughly. HomePod is $350. We have some committed gentlemen here, so that's fantastic. I'm really looking forward to the feedback on how it comes out, but it's pretty. Sorry, he's the Apple family. Here's the market share predicted for 2018. So this is to be 56.3 million devices, and I think they are, from my understanding, they are a little underestimating the market, because I did some math on went to Best Buys and everyone, and I think they are 20% less or conservative about their numbers. So let's go with their numbers for now, because I don't have any validation, I don't have credibility, but roughly 56.3 million devices out there going to be in 2018. So think about how many devices will be out there, each and every home. Their expectation is 1 out of every 5 homes will have Alexa or any kind of smart speaker to interact with. And why create a voice application for a company? One major reason to create voice application for your company is to create different brands. So just like you have www.expedia.com, or whenever you search for travel, Expedia comes up at the first step, you want to be same on the voice as well. Otherwise, somebody else will literally own your keywords and then take your market share when these devices pick up. So it's like a gold rush right now. Make sure you have your flag placed in the right place with all the keywords. Otherwise, somebody can literally hostage you for your keywords and take up all your traffic. So that's definitely one thing. In Google Home and Alexa terms, keywords are when you say, hey Alexa, ask this particular app to do something. So ask Expedia to do something. That ask something is your keyword. So after this presentation, go and research, and if you have any questions, come talk to me as well in terms of how you can own this, own your keywords. And now, the dev part. So we're literally tinkering with this Alexa and Google Home and everything. I wish I could brought Google Home Mini, but the demo was not ready. We built this Alexa Home demo using Sherpa's APIs in terms of what visa requirements are when you're traveling to a country from another country. So if you're traveling from Canada to, let's say, Philippines, what kind of visa requirements do you have? When you're going from US to Canada, US to Mexico, Canada to Mexico, what the visa requirements are. So Sherpa has a fantastic API. It took us less than 24 hours to figure out everything from their side. And where are you? He's right there. The CTO was pretty handy in terms of like answering questions right away. So it's a simple hack that we put together in roughly November or December, and surprisingly, it's working pretty well. So I'm gonna start with the demo. I'm gonna hold this up as much as I can. Can everyone see it? Okay. So the app that we built was the name is VoiceX Visa. Again, lack of creativity. We just keep extending the X family. Hey Alexa, open VoiceX Visa.
Hello, I can help you find visa requirements. You are citizen of which country?
Canada.
You said country Canada. Where are you traveling to? Say traveling to UK if visiting UK.
India.
You are traveling from Canada to India. E-visa holders must arrive via 24 designated airports or 3 designated seaports. Hope the information is useful. Thanks for using VoiceX Labs.
So, as you can see, if you ask question, it gives you another question back. We could have made it a simple app by just saying, I'm traveling from this location to this location, but that wouldn't have showed you the interaction of how back and forth happens. That's why we broke down the demo into 2 parts. So you can see that there is a component that you have to be mindful of. And when you're thinking of users, you have to be mindful of the user's patience level. You don't want to put too much text in it. You want to make sure that you're just asking a simple question and letting this user speak. Does anyone want to try another country? Come on, you're looking. Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead. Hey Alexa, open VoiceX Visa.
Hello, I can help you find visa requirements. You are citizen of which country?
Canada.
You said country Canada. Where are you traveling to? Say traveling to UK if visiting UK.
Traveling to Brazil.
You are traveling from Canada to Brazil. Electronic visa available January 8, 2018. Hope the information is useful. Thanks for using VoiceX Labs.
Thank you. So at the end, we just realized that the programming is a little screwed up. We put the dot at the end, and it recognizing dot as a dot, and it speaks it out. So what is happening is if we provide a text string, and it just converts into a voice at the end. All right, so I'll just run and end the conversation so we can have a quick Q&A. Whenever you're thinking of any voice application, you want to divide into 3 sections. Are you just providing information? So you ask a question, it provides the information. This is the first kind that we just demoed. The second would be task completion. So do the check-in for me. Can you bring the travel if you're in the hotel? Can you do this? Can you do X? Can you do Y? Put the reminder, call security, whatever. And the third one is engaging experience, which is where you have more engaging experience on, hey, show me what should I do around this area. So Marriott has done a fantastic job of experimenting with Alexa. They put Alexa on one of their hotels and all the rooms. And this is on whenever I say Alexa.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
So they have put it in Alexa in each and every room, asking all the users to start using that instead of calling the help desk, and that has turned out pretty well. It's been only 3 to 6 months for the practice, and we'll see what comes out in next 3 to 6 months. So that's the engaging experience style. And once you do this is done by one of my close friend, Matt. He's at the back by Humanistic. He basically came up with storyboarding like this, which gives a very good understanding of what voice user stories needs to be built like. So we know how to build regular user stories, but if you provide user story voice this way, it makes much more difference. And that's pretty much it. Yep, that's pretty much it. Any questions? Go ahead, Chris.
So is voice keyword squatting becoming a thing like domain squatting?
100%. It is becoming a thing. It's just people haven't realized it, or we don't have those big stories yet. The concern, or probably the solution right now, is because it's not so popular yet. Google and Amazon, and they have some control over domain squatting yet. But when it comes to scale, I don't think they will be able to control it when it goes out of hand. Yes.
Is there any more questions? I can bring the mic over.
That was a great demo, so congrats
Thank
to
you.
your team. You'd mentioned BlockX as being part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm curious if kind of what you're doing, is it smart contracts, things like Zeppelin OS, et cetera? And second aspect is, are they open source on Git or is it proprietary code?
It's a proprietary code.
Cool.
We can chat afterwards about that.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I come with a backup.
Anyone hear me? Okay.
Yep.
So it's a good demo, thank you. I actually got an Alexa myself. So my question would be, what do you see, at least currently, is the most common or best use case, either in travel or just in general?
So in general, definitely the weather, every day, used at least 2 to 3 times by a single person, so 100%. Reminders, tasks, all those pretty handy. In terms of travel space, I was researching, and Expedia and Kayak and all of them has their Alexa app, and what they do is for like checking the flight status and everything. So I'm not sure, depending on what kind of traveler you are, there are different types of apps built. For me, I'm always worried about am I late for my flight? When should I leave for my flight? And Google does an amazing job at finding out the traffic between where you are and where you're going. So most of the time, if I'm driving somewhere and I'm using 401, I ask Google in terms of, hey Google, how much time will it get me to airport? How much time it will get to my brother's place or whatever? And it will tell me, if you're driving, it will take 30 minutes, 40 minutes with the minor traffic on 401. And that is super handy for me. So depending on what kind of traveler you are, there are different use cases. And the first layer applications are built. So general question answer, first 2 are easy to build. The third one, where you have like a proper engaging experience, proper handoff to the mobile or the web. How do you say something to Alexa, and how do you convert it into an SMS, and how do you take it back to web, and how do you give them a notification after 5 days when the event is about to start? That immersive experiences are yet to be seen. And that's exactly where we are experimenting with Humanistic and figuring out where those opportunities can lie. Does that answer your question?
Okay, we're going to do one more.
So just going back to your ranking question about how to rank for specific words.
Yes.
I'm familiar with SEO, so Google AdWords, but I'm not familiar with voice assistants. So is there like a site or an app where you put in X company and wants to rank for X words?
It's a black box right now. No one knows the answer. So companies are trying to research this. I'm in work with Lotus Marketing. They are in One Young by the Toronto Star Building. I was talking to, I forgot his title, but they are also researching. To be honest, if someone says we have cracked the puzzle, I want to hear what that is, but it's not solved yet. In terms of how that will be positioned. So far, only information that we have is if you look on Google and if you see 0th index result, so whenever you ask for a particular location or something, you have a specific information on the top that says, here's the step 1, here's step 2, step 3, or here's the location information on the right. On Google Home Mini at least, or Google Home at least, that's what it shows up. So 0th index results, that shows up on the, or that's something that voice speaks and then gives you a link in your Google Home app and say, if you want more information, go here. But in general, how to optimize for voice, how to optimize the experience, it's still experimental. So right now, most of the projects that you see right now coming from the experimental budget and not from the product budget. Fair enough?
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.